Welcome to this lesson on sex-linked traits. Today we'll explore how certain genes are carried on sex chromosomes and how they create unique inheritance patterns. Sex-linked traits are fascinating because they affect males and females differently, leading to some conditions being much more common in one sex than the other. Humans have two types of sex chromosomes, X and Y. The X chromosome is much larger and contains hundreds of genes that control various traits and functions in the body. The Y chromosome, on the other hand, is significantly smaller and carries far fewer genes. Its primary role is determining male sex characteristics. Sex-linked traits are characteristics determined by genes located on the sex chromosomes. Remember that females have two X chromosomes, written as XX, while males have one X and one Y chromosome, written as XY. This difference in chromosome composition creates unique inheritance patterns that we'll explore throughout this lesson. Most sex-linked traits are located on the X chromosome, which is why we call them X-linked traits. Here's the key point: males have only one X chromosome, while females have two. This means if a male inherits a recessive allele on his single X chromosome, he will express that trait because he has no second X chromosome to potentially mask it. This makes males much more susceptible to X-linked conditions. Let's compare how X-linked traits affect females and males differently. A female with genotype X with superscript capital A, X with superscript lowercase a has two X chromosomes. Even if one carries a recessive allele, the dominant allele on the other X chromosome can compensate, providing a backup. However, a male with genotype X with superscript lowercase a Y has only one X chromosome with no backup. If that single X carries a recessive allele, the male will express the trait. Several well-known conditions are X-linked traits. Color blindness, particularly red-green color blindness, is one of the most common examples. Hemophilia, a blood clotting disorder, is another important X-linked condition. Duchenne muscular dystrophy, a serious muscle weakening disease, is also X-linked. All of these conditions appear much more frequently in males than in females. Let's work through a specific example using color blindness. We'll cross a carrier mother with genotype X with superscript capital N, X with superscript lowercase n, with a father who has normal vision, genotype X with superscript capital N. Y in this notation, capital N represents the dominant normal vision allele, and lowercase n represents the recessive color blindness allele. Here's the Punnett square for our cross. The mother can contribute either X with superscript capital N or X with superscript lowercase, and the father can contribute either X with superscript capital N or Y. This gives us four possible offspring: X with superscript capital N, X with superscript capital N, X with superscript capital N, Y, X with superscript capital N, X with superscript lowercase n, and X with superscript lowercase n, Y. Now let's analyze the results by sex. Among female offspring, 50% will be carriers with one normal and one color blindness allele, and 50% will have completely normal vision with two normal alleles. Among male offspring, 50% will be affected with color blindness, and 50% will have normal vision. Notice that only males are affected in this cross, which demonstrates the typical pattern for X-linked recessive traits. Let's review the essential concepts. First, sex-linked traits are carried on sex chromosomes, primarily the X chromosome. Second, most sex-linked traits are X-linked and recessive in nature. Third, males are more frequently affected by X-linked recessive conditions because they have only one X chromosome and therefore no backup copy to mask recessive alleles. Understanding these patterns helps explain why certain genetic conditions run in families and affect one sex more than the other.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.